Alright, hello everybody. It is I, Granarite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Assassin's Creed.
They'll be on high alert here.
We are still here in Athens, still working on side quest. We are going to go make our way down here to this one, but again, I'm going to sweep down here and see if there is a quest down here yet. May not be.
You need more experience before you call yourself a Mystios.
Lysandra the Irritable.
Don't take another step, Mystios.
Μόνον όταν το επιχείρημα
Μετέβαινε στον Οβολοστάτη.
Alright, we're getting close. Looks like it's actually near this time one, but I don't think this is it. Because the mission that I'm looking for is positive change.
Είναι η καπνιστή πίεση εντόπιοι που χιλιάρες στην παλπίδες.
Ο της θαλάσσης πόλεμος απαξιεί τα εμπορεύματα, της θαλάσσης πόλεμος απαξιεί τα εμπορεύματα υπερξήνου πόντου. Είναι η καπνιστή πίεση.
Yeah, and I'm still not seeing it. Alright, well, being that I'm not seeing it, we can get over to this place. It's about the same distance if we fast traveled or not. We'll just walk. Let's not go this way, though, because they'll get mad for us coming through here. At least if we stay up, they won't see us.
Ο πατήρ μου λέει ότι τη νύχτα έννοια.
Getting closer. Come on.
That's a nice horse, Sokrates.
It's a very nice horse. A sturdy horse. It's also a stolen horse.
It looks like I'll have to report you, Sokrates. It's what a good citizen would do, right?
Oh, very good. Although a bit preemptive without all the details, wouldn't you say?
It was a joke.
The real question is whether there is truth behind the joke, or if one's mind can be changed once the whole story is revealed.
What story is that?
There is a man nearby who is responsible for stealing the horse. I've been contemplating the proper course of action, but I'd like to know what you think is right.
And how should I make my decision?
Your thoughts are your own, but speaking to the thief himself may help you decide. Can such a crime be justified? It's an interesting thought.
Where is the thief now?
I told him to wait by the stables southwest of here.
If you caught him stealing a horse, what's to say he won't just run away?
The hope of keeping the horse. That's where you come in. I'll let him tell you the rest.
Alright, we got on a high horse here. So we're gonna make our way down to this thief. Give him a good talking to.
I don't want to be spotted here.
Stop there! You!
That's the thief. You won't escape.
I'll find what that was. I'm a fool. Stop right where you are!
This guy's running away. Trying to just circumvent this place.
Are you the one who stole the horse? Sokrates said I should talk to you.
All right.
Bad enough being caught, but to have a Misthios judge me,
Better than an Athenian guard. Anything to say?
the man I stole it from won't even miss it. He has plenty of others, while my only horse died last week. If I had the drachmi to buy a new one, I would have.
Did you steal the horse to use it or sell it?
I have a family to feed, and this horse will help me on the farm. Plus, I have no other way of traveling right now.
There is no other option.
Not that I could think of. Trust me, I feel shame for what I did.
Any reason you picked this specific horse?
It was the easiest one to take. Other than that, not really. Though, I did make sure it wasn't his best horse.
A courteous thief.
I didn't steal it for fun. I did it because I had no other choice.
I have enough information to make a decision.
I hope you can understand. Wouldn't you do the same if it was your family?
Alright, well, I guess we gotta return to Sokrates. This is all just building into the philosophy of Sokrates, it feels like.
Have you decided what should be done?
If he needs the horse more than the man he stole it from, let him keep it. It will do him more good.
So, determining whether a crime deserves a consequence or reward is dependent on the reasons behind it? An intriguing thought, although I can see how dangerous such thinking might be.
The real question is whether my decision matters at all, or if this was just another test to see what I would do.
There is a good chance it is both, but an equally good chance it is neither.
Now you're not making sense on purpose.
Let me ask you one more thing. If one man kills another in order to save many, can his actions be considered just? Or should the man be punished?
If the action was for a good reason, then he is in the right.
So, in times like these, people like us get to determine the law. Many would believe a murder still deserves consequence.
The people whose lives were saved would disagree.
Then perhaps making choices that affect the most people for good is a correct path. Wouldn't you agree?
Are we done yet? I can't stay here all day.
Of course you can't. It's a luxury few can afford. Even those with the time for it often lack the mental capacity for such things.
Okay.
So we have finished on a high horse, which gets us a level. What engraving did we unlock? Oh, 8% assassin damage. It's pretty nice. We had got the slow time one, and we can upgrade it. Alright, well, this is the person that we had found, the irritable. Alright, any more that popped up? What's this? A life's worth from Sokrates. Alright, well, we'll head there next. We'll fast travel down here to get there. I'm not surprised, being as influential as a person as Sokrates is, that he's got a bajillion side missions for us to do.
So now they have people watch us get punished. That's a different kind of shame.
I'm not here to watch. I just saw you by chance.
What you saw was a man who paid his master for freedom, but is being kept a slave.
You can do that.
My master gave me a price for my freedom, and I saved until I had enough. Now that I've given him the drachmi, he pretends as if the deal never existed.
That isn't right. Let me talk to him for you.
Really? You do that? My name is Phaedon. I don't know who you are, but surely you were sent by the gods. They must have heard my prayers.
If you're waiting on help from the gods, I can leave.
No, please don't. Someone or something brought you here to me.
Yes, my legs did.
Gods or not, I'm grateful. My master should be near the silver mine. He's likely overseeing other slaves like myself.
Have you always been a slave?
Since my youth. I was in the wrong place and born to the wrong family. I've been sold more than once.
And you just now got enough to buy your freedom.
More like I found a master who was willing to give me that sort of... I should have known he'd lie. It was my only hope, and now it's gone.
Do you often get whipped like that?
More than you know.
What did you do?
I don't always know. Not working fast enough, looking at someone wrong, asking for water. Sometimes they do it just for fun. I'm not sure how much more I can take.
Someone crying in the background.
And make sure he listens.
He's not really the listening type.
He will be with me.
Alright, so we need to go talk to the slave master.
You look strong. I could always use more people to keep the slaves in line if you're looking for work.
I'm already working. I'm here about one of your slaves, Phaedon.
As if I know their names. You're wasting my time.
Give me a moment to explain.
That's close enough to begging for me. Fine. Speak.
There's a man who paid you for his freedom. He'd like you to follow through on that promise.
Doesn't sound familiar. But I'm feeling generous. Do something for me, and I'll give this Phaedon his freedom.
What is it?
There's a woman I'd like you to kill. It'll leave her family to fend for themselves. But the cult of Cosmos needs it done.
You're a member of the cult? If that's true, then you know who I am.
You're smarter than they make you out to be, Eagle Bearer.
Tell me why I shouldn't just kill you now.
You could. Of course, if I'm killed, the slave stays that way. And I'm the only one who knows where his papers are.
Why does this woman need to die?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you needed to know that. Wait, you don't.
Phaedon said you already broke your promise once. This better not be another of those times.
Look around. I have plenty of slaves. In exchange for the woman's death, I can let one go.
Most people prefer to keep their cult status a secret.
You can't do a thing about it if you want to help whatever his name is. Also, it adds a bit more fun to the situation, don't you think?
I'll be on my way.
Kill the woman or not, it's your choice. But if you want your slave friend to go free, it's the only way. One person's freedom is another's demise.
So this is the master that we're talking to. So there were those among us who had no sense of what is right or good. Take the man known only as the master, a horrifying abomination in the shape of a man. He did not oversee his quarry or slave trade for financial wealth, but for the wealth of information that could be used by the cult. Every merchant who traveled to him brought truth he could use and left with lies he chose for them to believe. So a note found in the sanctuary cosmos on political unrest. M, formerly of the Vein, is a known I, and a terrifying one at that. Ruthless in his oppression, cruel in his revenge. We must use him to our advantage. Attica is large, and its people are a problem. Let him deal with him from his control of the quarry and slave trade. There he will be our eyes and ears. In his place, we will welcome E to the Vein. His expertise in building deadly and expensive naval vessels will serve his sage well, and Cosmos, of course.
Alexios! What chance that we should meet here?
It doesn't really feel like chance.
Ah, so you wish for today's topic to be about fate.
No, not really.
Good, because I had another in mind.
Attica is large, yet fate keeps bringing us together.
Ah, you're trying to bring us back to fate once again. I won't let you avoid answering my questions, though.
So how much did you overhear?
Oh, all of it. You have a difficult choice to make, clearly. How much is the freedom of one person worth? Do you believe one life is worth more than another?
There's no difference between one person and another. We all take our first breath the same way.
But are the breaths you take equal to my own? Would you not say the breath of Pericles is put to better use than that of someone in prison?
It doesn't matter which two people you compare. The answer is the same.
So, a thief is equal to a priest, a politician to a child? An interesting view.
I think I've said enough.
Ah, you're right. I know you are busy and your mind is weary.
That does sound like me.
Go now. It's been an honor having these conversations with you.
You too, Sokrates.
Return to the slave master. Okay.
What is it?
I'm not going to kill someone so you'll free Fedon when he should have been already.
Fine. I'll find someone else to kill her, and Fedon will remain my slave. I'll be sure he receives a grand reward for wasting so much of my time.
Alright, but I want to assassinate you.
I'll root all of you out.
Alright. So this sage is in Attica. Name the Shadow. Sage name is Nyx. We'll look at all those when we get there. We did level up enough to be able to use some of this. Plus 4 seconds to intoxic. We'll put that on, sure. That's all we had that was better at the moment. So the last one we need in this branch is Midas, and Midas is over here where we haven't gone yet, but we will eventually get there. I don't see another mission. From Sokrates at this time, which is good. It's nice. We do have these blue ones that are about. So there was one up here. And to get there, I can just fast travel to here.
I'm here to see Sokrates.
Alexios!
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Sokrates never stops talking about you.
And you are...
His wife, of course. I'm Xanthippe.
Sokrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So, where is Sokrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Sokrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not the word I'd use. He frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That's not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
Διέχει πυρσούς μάλλον παμεγάλους και σπουδαιοτάτους. Υπάρχει ίσως ο ήλιος μεταβγάζεται. Όπερα επιπλέον παρέχει. Ούτε λέτε ποτέ.
Where are we going?
Xanthippe! Xanthippe, over here! Xanthippe!
What is it?
Socrates! They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
I can't believe Sokrates was arrested. I need to find out what happened.
All right, off we go.
Και δηλαδή εξεμπολόμενα τη δύση τυρά.
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
Was he just in the leader house here? Well, let's try this really quick.
Can't help you. You're going to beg for death.
Get out of here. Goodness. We were gonna have to take them out anyways.
Alexios, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
You would go to trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About...
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Sokrates, the Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
I've known you for a while now.
That's true.
Call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
It is.
Then how did I not know you were married? From what you just said, that means either we're not friends, or that friends don't share with one another. So, which is it?
I've wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now, I have my answer.
Were you doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
In the future, you may want to be more careful.
You risk life and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's my tongue that is sharp, doesn't mean I'm not prepared to face the consequences of using it.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Alexios, you!
I'll come back when I have what I need.
Okay, off to the Pythia, I guess.
Better stay hidden.
Alright, so that was the Socratic mess. Finding one's voice. Oh, it would have been better just to jump off, wouldn't it?
Ai!
Oh no, not you.
You remember me?
Just go. I'm too old for this.
Oh, hi. Wasn't very fair that I walk in and they're already attacking me. Hi.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly, I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry, and tell me what you want.
You told Sokrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Sokrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Sokrates as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked.
An ally? For what?
I know much of Sokrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods
He's
don't speak
impatient.
through me. I feel Sokrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Sokrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
I understand why you think Sokrates can help, but why tell him he's the wisest?
He'll delve into what it means to be wisest. It's my hope he'll conclude he's not, and therefore doubt the words of the gods.
If you just told him your words aren't from the gods, wouldn't that serve the same purpose? And much quicker?
Sokrates is not the type to desire the answer so easily. He'll have more drive when he finds the answer on his own.
Good point.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Sokrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Sokrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Interesting.
Please!
Alright, there's a tomb here. I think it's this one, the first tomb of the Pythia. Because it says it's the first tomb of the Pythia. I'm gonna check too. There's supposed to be another side mission here, but I haven't seen it pop up either. It would be down here. No, I don't see anybody to talk to. Alright, whatever. We'll go up to this area.
This is it.
Alright, let's go find a student.
Find the boy and take the papyrus.
Sorry for sharing my fear of tombs with you.
What was that?
Nothing.
Get out of here.
Now you die!
And this guy takes like no damage. Well, you got me on that one. I remember if there was a way into the, like a secret passage in here, but it doesn't seem like it. The snakes are back.
This tomb is bigger than I thought. He has to be around here somewhere.
Get out of here. It's not up that way.
Μεγάλ είναι το όνομα Διή, βοήθη τον άθλιον επέτειν εν τη γαία τάφη.
Just leave me alone.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Sokrates.
You are? Prove it.
Sokrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and talks. And it feels like he asks questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. But it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I've always been curious. What does Sokrates teach you?
So much. Follow him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him.
I like how his name is just Student.
What drew you to Sokrates?
I've never met a man like him, and I don't think I ever will again. Every day with him is one worth waking up for.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And, well, please, give this to Sokrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Sokrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Sokrates gone, but I need to take care of them.
Multiple quests accepted. What quest did we get? Deposition, opposition, and persuasion check. Alright. So where do we need to go for this one? It's over here. Is this other one? Alright, well, let's go talk to them since we're close.
Maybe I can convince them to stand up for Sokrates at the trial.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If a student asks questions before first learning from their teacher, they've not only failed their teacher, but themselves.
Yes, and more would do well to challenge what they hear.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystius. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Sokrates needs your help.
Sokrates? Ha!
Who's this boy?
If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Sokrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Sokrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Sokrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Sokrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
I regret doubting you at all.
Thank you. There are few things greater than gaining the understanding of another.
On that, we disagree.
Disagreements can lead to even more understanding.
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Sokrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
It's an interesting little meeting. Alright, off we go this way now. Not too far down here. Let's borrow this horse. Well, I guess this road keeps going. I thought it stopped here. Alright. This other quest was Sokrates' trial. Or disposition opposition. Okay.
I should be careful. High security here.
Oh no! You can't be here! Die, dog! Will not walk away this time. Why prolong the suffering? Die!
Come on. Ah, stop that.
This is coming. This is coming, friend. Why prolong?
All right.
Once we have the papyrus, we simply have a few.
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Sokrates.
You can't even die properly. You're still alive. I'm impressed.
Get out of here.
Huh?
And he's really taken off.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Sokrates. I should return to Sokrates before the trial starts.
Alright, where does this want us to go? Back here. Let's go ahead and pay off our bounty again. He's gonna be upset that we did all this, though.
Sokrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. and evidence they claim to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to...
Let's not lie.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
So, do you agree with the Pythia, or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand what it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you've been arrested again. We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and where I say it. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Get somewhere safe, Sokrates.
Well, that was lucky that we got him right before they hit Socrates.
Let's go. You can't possibly.
Why is a bounty hunter tracking me now?
You're going to eat your own teeth. Oh! Oh! You should have died by.
Well, and there's the bounty hunter. What level is the bounty hunter? This is not a bounty hunter. Oh no, it is. No, this is the leader. My gosh. No arrows.
How are you still standing?
There's a lot going on in this fight. who is this bounty hunter that's coming? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Can I still take him out, I wonder? That's not what I wanted.
There's no need for this.
Well, I didn't want to hit the person. Thank you.
You can't outrun me.
Somebody's still shooting me. And there's a bear up there. And these fights. Death of a traveling merchant. What's this? Can we take out a bear? Oh, hi. You stronger because I killed your bear? Sokrates is just standing there while I'm taking out all these bounty hunters. Oop.
Accept your death, eagle bearer.
Okay, well, he's just riding off. Whew. What was this quest we picked up? Oh, it's something else. We'll check that out in just a sec. Where's Sokrates? Oh, goodness. Nice walk in silence. Okay, how far are we going here? It looks like there's his wife. Oh, I'm sorry, Christian Aban. My chat was there, so hi. Because that's what bounty hunters do. They always show up at the worst possible time. You're right.
It's sometimes hard to know. Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
Hi. I was not ignoring you. I apologize. I didn't realize my chat was minimized off to the side, and was fighting a bunch of bounty hunters.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
Ah, then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them.
He's gonna burn him.
What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Thephtha. Thephtha offered the invention of writing to the king and told him it was an elixir of memory and wisdom. But Thamos disagreed. He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the appearance of such.
You don't want your words written down so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Much like creatures in a painting, the words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should defend their words if questioned about them. That is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not an illusion.
What's your plan now?
After I return to Athens, there's much I need to consider.
You'll be careful, right?
If I have to choose between saying nothing and staying safe, or speaking up and risking my life, the choice is easy.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is something.
I doubt I could stop you.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning...
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter, you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Alexios.
Stay out of trouble, Sokrates.
All right. And then we had a little side mission that we accidentally completed. Well, not a side mission, you know, one of the optional orichalcum ones. So let's go. See what it's about. There's nothing else. This one was already here, so we'll have to go do that one another time. There is no... easy fast travel there, so we'll go here.
Τα δικαστέα ημίν επικαλούμενε μάκαρον πολιώνυμε. Τραγωδοποιήμονε και τελετάρκον.
All right.
Το απίκασμα ο δεσπόζει εκ του Αγίου του εμού εγκεφάλου.
Huh. We'll swing by this blacksmith here and sell some stuff while we're at it.
What would you like?
We'll keep that.
My thanks.
Remember, I have no money right now because we did that purple upgrade on our ship to our crew armor. Because we had the stuff for it. But we're going to need a bajillion money and supplies in order to get that final upgrade for it. I mean a bajillion.
Chiare, can I help you with anything?
There's another merchant. He's accusing me of stealing his sails. I heard he's paying a mercenary to have me killed. Who would do such a thing?
You'd be surprised what money can make a person do.
God protect me.
It's all not that much. Yeah, you're right.
There must be something you can do.
Let me guess. You need me to kill this mercenary.
You catch on fast. Will you do it?
Consider yourself lucky. It's already been taken care of.
Here, you've earned this.
Thank you.
Day's work.
Alright. Doesn't quite pop me up to 34, but gets me pretty darn close, all things considered. So all we're doing right now is we're doing those Lost Tales of Greece. We did the Trial of Sokrates, so we'll probably go up here next and do this Gathering Storm in the next episode. And then we had another one over here at the island of Skyros. So we'll probably go see about that one. And then we can't do that one because that's the Cyclops fight that we're not the right level for yet. Still working on the Prince of Persia. We actually haven't been here. Of course, it looks like we're getting close enough level that we could go. Yeah, we still got quite a bit to do. We do have quite a bit to do. You are correct. I think storyline-wise, they want us to go to the island of Chaos next. Yeah. I still don't know about this Horseman Cometh one, and what's still just to progress further in the story before we get that one. So this is what we're currently working on. And we'll eventually complete these. And we'll eventually get Creating Opportunity as well. Alright, but this is where we're going to end this episode. We will be back in just a little bit with some Pokemon, so just hold on and we'll be right back, everybody.